back home. It'd be a big old world out there. In the world of 40k. And we've got a lot of exploring to do. There's a lot to do in this. I need a lot to do. I haven't even got past chapter 2. Look, no, that's not true. We got to. I think in my own private playthrough, I got to chapter 3 and stopped. There's a lot to do and there's a lot of managing to do. They're like Pathfinder. Well, actually, a bit like all the games have done, actually, to be honest. Once you hit the world map, boys, they get big. We have a lot of talking to do.
Lord Captain.
Hey. I have discovered there are caches left by Theodora somewhere on Dragonus and Kiva Gamma. Do you know anything about this?
It is wise for a rogue trader to have caches where they can safely store important information. And utterly unwise to share the coordinates of such caches with anyone. Even one's most trusted associates.
Darn.
I'm afraid I do not know how to find the caches, but I can offer some help. Your predecessor used this numeric code to deactivate certain defense systems in her service. If I know Lady Theodora as well as I think, then I'm quite certain that she left her caches well guarded. In that case, this code will be useful to you.
Well, thank you. I promise next time I go have a bath, I'll invite you in. Henrix. Wow.
Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officers' mess.
That's true. Let's change locations. May I earn a place in my bath? Thank you for the opportunity to talk. I trust now would be a good time to explain the reason for my return aboard your ship. I do not mind you object to personally, but I find the continuous presence when I welcome the chance to assist the Inquisition in this inquiry, Van Colax. Lord Captain, your enthusiasm is commendable. To business then. The call to the final dawn, the madmen preached their heretical doctrine among the denizens of the Coronis Expanse, and instigate crimes against the throne humanity. One such crime took place on your protectorate. The Lord Inquisitor considered it necessary to have one of his accolades, that's a title, accompany the rogue trader on the voyage into the corrupted region. I also need to meet with one of my observers on the capital world of your domain. Why would the Ordo Xenos agents investigate a chaos cult? You are well versed in how the Inquisition is organized. Well, yes, initially our arrival on the Cronus Expanse was dictated by the need to find Xenos. But there is more. The cult is tangentially related to my main specialization. Perhaps I will be able to reveal the truth fully someday. But right now I ask that you display humility and patience. correct. I should show greater tolerance for the mistakes of the newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, I'm surprised. Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge the weakness of the soul and mind, even if it's someone who only recently accepted the burden of a lofty title. You have spies on the Von Valancius worlds. The person I mentioned is not a spy, but a secret secretary in the Administratum department on Dragonus. The planet's governor and Fyodor were fully aware of his status. His duty is to fulfill the sacred oath to the Golden Throne and eliminate threats to the Imperium, which the Cross Expanse has in abundance. His name is Achilles Scalander. As soon as we contact Dragonus, I will introduce you as the new head of the dynasty. I'm sure you will appreciate the presence of such an advisor among your agents. Subject, I suggest you heed his words at least occasionally. I want to know more about this cult. Chaos Worshippers, most often agents of the throne, run into lone renegades stirring up the rabble, insane prophets, hysterical visionaries, preaching of the end of days, a passing comma to mutant rebellion, an onslaught of monsters. Each time they come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves and quiver in fear. Much effort and the blood of those loyal to the Golden Throne was spent before we established connection between those heretics. Now, however, the Cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers and fortune tellers. They cleverly spread their agents all over the Cross Expanse, disseminating heresy among honest people in the Imperial worlds. There's a certain strategy to their actions that changes whenever we get too close. And finally, they have enough military power to have had the two ships that we had sent after them later discovered as wreckage. The growing difficulty is making warp jumps detrimental to us, but is unlikely an inconvenience to those who engage in vile sorcery day in and day out. After the evidence of Reichard Minoris, I suspect the cult might have built its nest inside Winterscale's domain, but the largest reports indicate it is your protectorate that is harboring heretics. Meaning our entourage probably improves my chance of getting closer to their secrets. Chaos treads softly, Bell. The main danger of secret cults and sects is that they are like seeds. They can remain in the ground for decades, safe from all scrutiny, until an opportunity to sprout, grow, and bear monstrous fruit presents itself. The emergence of a cult on one of the rogue traders' planets does not mean the dynasty head himself is a Chaos Worshipper. Having said that, it should be noted that Fyodora von Valancius was famous for her loose interpretation of the freedoms granted by the wand. A bloodline can be stained by ancestral transgressions. If it is indeed so, it is in your best interest to do whatever is necessary to redeem yourself, and then perhaps you will get a chance to salvage your dynasty's reputation. The rogue trader should deliver me to the system that contains the industrial world of Kiva Bergama. I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use resources that fall into their clutches, which may very well include the blessed engines and the depths of Mechanicus, or even the followers of the Omnissiah themselves. I will be frank, the answer to this question is unlikely to please either of us. The machinations of the Chaos usually go beyond solely inflicting death and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition would lead to far more terrible consequences. One of the systems of the Chronos Expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this tragedy play out again. I have no doubt it will happen sooner or later. Chaos Marines siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Most likely they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. These traitors seldom show up alone. The best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Marines in the Kronos Expanse and not an entire company. That would be bad. I won't let anyone throw their weight around on my worlds, be they servants of the Chaos, Xenos, or heretics. A commendable aspiration for a person who holds the fates of billions of people and dozens of Imperial worlds in their hands. Which is why you need to be ever more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your planets. Lest they sprout someday and spell doom for whatever is tangled up in their roots. Disjointed piece of data that finally merged into a single picture. Additionally, not long ago, a vessel from that world arrived on footfall. The reports of the crew were confused and alarming. Made me fear a planet-wide rebellion. I don't know about this question about the arch enemies servants. Tell me about the Drukhari who stole Rykard's son. The Drukhari. One of the branches of the Aldari, an ancient race. Ancient and vicious Xenos race. Those creatures are a living terror to ordinary people who fall into prey to their raids. For the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright, but instead become their playthings. Just as you and I need air supply to survive, Drukhari requires psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from their captives with uncanny expertise. Their ships, which are difficult to mistake for any other, arrive suddenly and undetected. Their stealth technology greatly surpasses the capabilities of standard Imperial auger arrays. The objectives of their raids is never capture a world or a ship. No, they are only interested in fresh victims. After filling their holes with living captives, they disappear into the webway. A different dimension, which conceals their greatest stronghold, Comogra, the dark city of the Drukhari, from which no one can hope to escape. I do not know why the Drukhari stole Rykard's son and brought about the fulfillment of occult prophecies. Perhaps the Xenos themselves have played into the arch-enemy's designs. Or perhaps Aurora's divinations, in fact, describe the Drukhari actions. There's only one thing I can say for absolute certainty. There is no alliance between the Cult of the Final Dawn and the Xenos. It is simply impossible. And that is quite true, because the Drukhari hate chaos with a passion. That's the only thing they share in common with their Aldari brothers. Their absolute loathing of chaos. Let me put it this way. Excuse me. You may think whatever you want of me, but my goal is not to hinder you. I am here to help you in the fight against the foes you may not even be aware of. You have my word that I will provide every assistance in uprooting the heresy that sprouted on the Von Valansis worlds while their master was away, and that I will try to be more patient with the less grievous flaws the bearers of the warrant are sometimes known to have. Thank you for spending your time, Lord Captain. I don't think I have enough math, I just had one. One. We still got to talk to one or two others. Right. Where are they hiding on the ship? Talk to you. Technically, we could just run around and talk to each member of the crew one after another. There you go.
Greetings.
I want you to tell me about your past, and to explain the strange world that the cultists was of that cultist on footfall. What is it that's keeping you in my retinue?
The ship was targeted by heretics, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
I enjoy your company, Argenta. I hope you remain the crew unless your ship becomes your home.
Those are very courteous words, Rogue Trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality.
She gives you another, somewhat puzzled look. I'm waiting for you to tell me about your past and to explain the strange words of that cultist on Footfall.
Yes, I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, Rogue Trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the sacred warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies ahead of us, and I wish to pray by the relic before I lay my soul bare.
Of course. Argenta nods gratefully. Please let you actually speak this dialogue and I don't have to read it all. It could take me a while to read it. The holy relic, holy warrant. Massive. Argenta drops to her knees, her hands making the sign of Aquila. Her eyes are locked on the sweeping signature on the warrant. A seemingly mundane thing, merely a flourish on a piece of paper, unless one knows whose hand left that mark and whose blood is on that paper. That's his own person, that's his own John. That's his own John Hancock on that one. Oof. If thou seest a flaw in me, smite me. If thou knowest a flaw of mine, burn me. With flames of fury and righteousness. But if thou seest a light in me, grace me. If thou hearest this plea of mine, bless me. With wrath of fury and righteousness. This son, Argenta's voice is sonorous, as if made for singing hymns and prayers, but right now she cannot seem to catch her breath. So overwhelmed with emotion is she. For I breathe thy by the will of thine. Oof. For I breathe by the will of thine, for I live by the law of thine. I carry thy word, O Emperor. I bring solace to the servants of thine. I and the wounds to the foes of thine. A fate of terror and righteousness. Upon finishing, she closes her eyes and remains silent for a long time with her head raised high. Slowly, like the first licks of a flame in a campfire, a smile blossoms on her lips. Rogue Trader, we need to talk, or rather, I need to tell you something. The truth. The truth about how I ended up on the Theodora von Valence's ship, and about the cultists we encountered on Footfall. I am listening. Please, understand, I couldn't trust you before. I'll tell you my story and you'll see why. I'll start at the beginning. Once upon a time, I was a little girl who went to the... No, a little bit further than that. It's easier to piece everything together that way. Upon arriving at the Expanse and the Footfall, I found no purpose here, my only torment. I wasn't needed. The reliquary I had been assigned to safeguard was already well protected by the Reverend, and no one was even trying to defile it. For all its lawlessness, Footfall respects the worship of the Emperor. That was when Lady Theodora, head of your dynasty, appeared. She became an agent of divine will, in a way. It was from her that I learned about a planet recently discovered by her scouts, Salius Prime. For a rogue trader, The planet was of little interest. A feral world, away from convenient warp routes. For me, learning about its existence was a revelation. Yes, now the planet is yours by right, but it's not that simple. It is that the warp route leading to it was lost. I'll explain in due time. Continue. The description of Salis Prime was familiar to me. It seemed very familiar to a world from ancient legend, the legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. Yeah. Argenta, the living saint. She is my patroness. The Order named me after her. She died a millennia ago, when heretics caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers could not touch Argenta's ashes or her holy relic, the One Star. For the fallen ship, which now serves as a resting place for the saint's remains, would only allow the truly righteous to enter. All others would meet their death. Imagine what I felt when this flash of insight came upon me. The world where Saint Argenta's ship fell was merely a vague legend. No one knew its actual whereabouts, and suddenly I, myself, named after the saint, came across the information. I realized that moment that it was important, that I must journey to the planet and find the ship. So I asked Reverend Hieronymus to let me go for a time on a personal pilgrimage. I boarded Theodora's ship and demanded passage to a newly discovered planet. Why did you give your suspicion? Then from the Reverend, surely he could have helped you with the search for the ship and the saint's remains. I couldn't just come out and tell him, but the portent revealed to me personally, can't you see? I told Reverend the honest truth that I was going on a personal pilgrimage to embolden my spirit. It really was a pilgrimage. It was as if the Saint Argenta herself had shown me the way, commanding me to undertake this trial. If I had found the ship, set foot on its deck, if I had laid my hands on her remains and relic, it would have been a sign that I truly had been blessed with the saint's favor. It was a responsibility for you to go yourself killing a flat. I thought I had been called, that find the ship was my destiny, my place in the world. Perhaps there is something to that. I imagine Theodora was thrilled by the prospect. Lady Theodora lent me her assistance. It was her intention to visit the newly discovered world, and she took me with her. Apologize, I got so carried away, I forgot to explain. The One Star is the relic kept by Saint Argenta. It belonged to the order of Pronatus, and we attached a particular significance to the holy relics. The One Star is one of the lost relics of the past, so mysterious that no one even knows what it is exactly. Argenta's hagiography at times called it a banner, or a set of armor, or a blessed chainsword. One thing is certain, it was a beacon of righteousness, and it was lost with Argenta's death. Defeat. The ship's augurs failed to detect anything of note during the orbital scanning. I was expecting this though. According to the legend, the ship could conceal itself from the naked eye, and only a pilgrim guided by pure heart can find it. What I didn't expect was an ambush waiting for me on the planet. I landed there with a small unit provided by Lady Theodora. I know St. Argenta's hagiography by heart. I know all the legend about her. I followed the obscure clues, descriptions of the mountains and rivers for millennium-old tales. I was certain I had found the way to the ship, and that's when we were attacked. The words we heard on the heretic's shrine, something about ways, doors, please, and addressed some lord, the edge of daybreak. They were the same words as those spoken by the cultists who attacked us on Sailor's Prime. My whole unit perished. All those honest, brave people I had led to search for the relic. It was only a miracle that I didn't perish along with them. Your battle armor. I didn't contact these events at first. The cultists on Footfall, the cultists on Sailor's Prime, the cultists attacking the ship, and Conrad's betrayal. What if these are all linked to the same chain? What if they're long since infiltrated the ranks of the Von Valency's servants? What if I led those heretics to the sacred planet with my search? No need to blame yourself. If the heretics really had wormed their way into the Von Valancius ranks by then, they would have found the planet, even without your help. I doubt it. No one except me was particularly interested in the planet. Conrad, on the other hand, he sympathized with me. When I first came aboard, he helped me arrange the boundaries with Theodora and supported me in my efforts to visit the planet. I never told him plainly why I wanted to go there, but I imagine that vulture must have figured out it was something important, something related to the holy faith of the Imperium. And what else? What could delight a heretic more than the finding a relic? Oh yes, I sincerely hope that we'll meet again. The serpent needs to answer a few questions before he's plunged into cleansing flame. And that's why you didn't trust me before? Yes, Rogue Trader. I saw with my own eyes how a member of your family showed his true colours as a servant of the Archenemy. I'd already suffered a humiliating defeat, cultists, and was afraid of another betrayal. I couldn't be forthright with you, and so I studied you, looking for seeds of corruption or the light of righteousness. What did you find? A man who stood shoulder to shoulder with me and helped eradicate the cultists on Footfold. A difference about a pleasant evening spent in the company of friends rather than a bloody battle. Although my opinion of you started to change even before then, back when you agreed to talk with the orphans at my request, a leader who's willing to honor those who lay down their lives for them and take care of their children, a leader who inspires trust. And the way you acted in that moment, iconoclast, baby. You remember, there was a young man whose grief and confusion had driven his insolence. You didn't turn a blind eye to his misdeed, but you chose the right words to show him the path to redemption. It was harsh, but necessary. Like the Emperor's truth, like a bit of medicine that helps the sick. I learned much about you in that moment, Rogue Trader, and I want to believe that I wasn't mistaken in my judgment. So, just to clarify, you were wounded, so you never found St. Angelus' ship, is that right? Yes, I rushed to Theodora the moment I could walk again. I insisted on going back to Sailor's Prime to defend the relic from the heretics. I was told that the warp had destroyed the old route of the planet, and that pulling a new one would take a great deal of time and effort. There would be anything more important than protecting the faith and hunting down servants of the Archenemy. In the event, the route was lost, and all knowledge of it died in the attack on the ship along with the old navigator. But now we have a new lead. They don't reconnected from the cultist shrine on Footfall. I don't care what that reprobate we executed said. There must be a way to track them down. Tell them, Roger, will you help me in this undertaking? Will you help me find the great relic and return it to the people of the Imperium? If it's important to you, I will help. Right, well, so be it, Road Trader. As I said before, as I stand here before the embodiment of the Emperor's will, marked by his own hand, I vow that I will not relent until the holy relic has been returned and the heretics punished, and that may the light be with us both on this path. Hey! God, that's a lot of talking. Ping. Oh, oh. Straight back here. Hey, that's the agenda done. I suppose we should check on our navigator. I don't know what the romancing requirements for her is. Well, apparently you can romance like half a dozen people.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
What about yourself?
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I suppose we can respect, you know, listen in silence so you can get the whole
And
picture.
uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge.
I want to
What is
stop
it you
these.
desire to hear exactly?
Allow me to ask you a few personal questions.
You have my permission, Lord Captain. Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Maybe. Tell me your life on the station.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines.
Yeah.
For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well.
That's good. Did you have any friends? Anyone you could turn to?
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused, and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station, and you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence.
Oh, they can't talk or influence you.
And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
Okay. You may find this very difficult to believe, but the practice of depriving servants of their voice is not particularly widespread outside House Celio. A ruler cannot maim his people just because it is within his power to do so. On the contrary, it is the duty of every ruler to look after his subjects.
Your words sound amazingly blasphemous. If a ruler's duty dictates the need for violence, would dispensing it not be their responsibility? I will
Honestly, change
The
that.
Regent gave me a bird from... The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars
Yes.
of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil.
Yeah.
Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
You are beautiful, Cassia. Do not let anyone or anything convince you otherwise. Who cares for the opinion of the short-sighted rabble? They can serve us and die for us, and keep their thoughts to themselves. You do not look repulsive, Cassia. You know what, this is the nicest one there, and the most flattering one.
Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety.
Come on.
Words like that, Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
Cassia blinks in surprise, her eyelashes fluttering, and her delicate blush suffuses her cheeks. Given the fact they've both got a nice rosy warm glow about them now, I think I hit just the right nerve on that one.
It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Elronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me.
Oh, well, it seems that each one has a different perspective, so...
But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me.
Yeah.
I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
I noticed your love of painting is reflected in your speech as well. You associate so many images with hues and colours.
The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world.
Ooh. Why don't we talk about something else?
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
What does your special sight reveal?
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve
Nice.
in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it.
No, there wouldn't be.
Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life. Jai is like a gem.
She looks quite so.
The brighter people shine around her, the clearer her faces reflect a myriad of colorful gleams. They are all parts of Jai, but no single one of them is her. I cannot discern her true colors through the veil of her motley shawls. I peel off hue after hue, only to find a different color underneath every time. The esteemed Magos Haneman is shattered, like a beautiful stained glass window into a mosaic of colors.
Ooh.
His bright, beckoning hues are mixed together in complete disarray. I must confess it perplexes me. Normally, scarlet and steel are all that fills the heart of a servant of the Omnissiah.
But he's broken in like a mosaic.
Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors.
It was nice.
And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain?
I do not know.
Cubella is bathed in crimson as bright as fresh blood, and its sight is all the more striking in the embrace of impenetrable darkness. And yet, there is no malice in these heavy shadows. They are impartial, morose, uncompromising, and ever consuming what weak flashes of other colors there may appear.
Cool. Let's talk about this, shall we?
Right here? Are you sure?
Let's go to other things.
Of course. Let us turn from personal matters to more pressing concern. As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor.
Yeah.
As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them.
Is the Oscillio prophecy system named after your ancestor?
You are shrewd indeed. My ancestor charted that route while fleeing the enemies of humanity. They say the Emperor himself was his guide, because the warp expelled their vessel without a single loss. Unfortunately, the lips of those who relate this tale seep with disgusting green hubris. I think Kalain Orselio was simply a skilled navigator.
Hey, it was good, pretty good. I think House Oscillio has a rich history.
Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy.
Nice. Who rules the house?
Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house.
You lived in seclusion on a closed station until Felix committed his sabotage. So then you must be the Novator's successor.
So says Regent Auronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling grey clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novator. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden.
If you'll finish, I'd like to talk about something else.
By all means.
This is where I must make my leave.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
She may do the painting now. Who knows? I think I just need more work, but I think I've definitely got the right steps for romancing Cassia. Indari. Well, so literally so far being the episode of chit chat 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 chit chat chat. Mira.
Me? Not a clue, Lord Captain. I don't know who Lady Theodora would have told about a thing like that, but it definitely wasn't me. Why would you whisper that to me now? Why? Lord Captain, I don't know anything about caches or Lady Theodora's secrets, but the voices have just reminded me about something. I was once given the chance to try some real wine. Lady Theodora gave me some. Not just any old synthetic booze, but her favorite plonk. She always drank it in her palace. It was golden in color, and its name was Flame of Purity. A silly name, but the flavor was so intense, and like nothing I'd ever tasted before or since.
Yeah. That's a clue.
Apologies. It's probably not important, but I don't know anything more than that.
That was good. Thank you.
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. Oh sure, she seems straight as an arrow and as predictable as a hangover after drinking. But when I look at her, something about her makes my brain itch. After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door, what I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her?
I don't know.
I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me.
Do you think I should keep an eye on her?
It certainly wouldn't hurt. I'll keep a watch on her too. Ugh, if only I knew what it meant. Maybe it means danger for her. Or maybe danger coming from her. None of the officers knew the Lord Captain well. Not even
No.
Avila, and she was always closer to him than anyone else. She told me from the off if I ever listened to anything in the warp about her without her permission, I'd be going out through the airlock. I'm not an idiot, so I never stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Only when I was asked. It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's gone. Lady von Valancius gave me everything I have. She opened the stars to me and the paths between them. I still think I can hear her voice.
What was it like being a psyker?
Lord Captain, forgive me, but it would be like talking to a person born blind about colors. I could spend hours explaining, but it wouldn't make any sense to you. Every psyker feels their connection with the warp in their own way. One person might see spots and shadows out of the corner of their eye. Another feels fingers running down their spine. As for me, I've got a door in my head. One that's open just a crack. There's no way to close it, no matter how hard I try. I've just had to get used to the whispers from the other side. When I need to use it for work, I listen in more closely. But I usually just try not to notice it.
What was it like listening with this whispering in your head?
Training, habit, and a little amasec and a couple other things you can get on the lower decks. If you put all those together, it makes things bearable. Sometimes I even wonder if I'm imagining half the voices I hear. You know, when life on board gets a little boring. Better than listening to the living, anyhow.
What would happen if your door burst open?
Well, if the door opens, that means somebody's planning to come in, right? But screw them. They're not coming through. Trust me, I know how to keep my valuable head locked up tight.
Eh.
Sure thing. Of course.
There you go. Right, so that was actually very insightful. So, purity of flame. Where's Jay? She's new. Go talk to her.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Sherin. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Sherin. I will watch your back, if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
Yes.
The language on Ifrit, my home world, is quite different from the one spoken in the Caronis Expanse. We bestow more than one meaning upon each word, allowing our wise men to fully express their sagacious thoughts, and us lowly dabblers, our base passions and desires. Take Aji, for example.
Yeah.
That is what I call every piece of scum and villain, because Aji means evil and foe and pathetic worm unworthy of consideration. Or take Ashmag. It means fool and little brother and blind man who stumbled and would fall into a pit without guidance. Shirin means friend and comrade and roommate in a battle formation, like we are.
That's good to know.
The dark side is the real Caronis Expanse, if you ask me. But what do you want to know about it, Sherin?
We got to talk about.
Dynasties drink with criminals. Rogue traders strike deals with the Casbalica. And dozens of ships stop off for a welcome break from a long voyage. Is there a more beautiful place in the entire Imperium? The Emperor is merciful to the meek and the powerful alike. There's a job for everyone as long as they have a head on their shoulders. And if you feel like talking to him in person, the statue of the Exalted One can be seen from any asteroid. You can pray to your heart's content.
How about the Castle Lake mission?
An ancient crime cartel that originated with the first settlers of the Calixis sector. It is run by shadowy clans with robber barons at the helm. Cross their path, and you risk making enemies all over the Caronis Expanse, or even the entire Imperium. As for the agents, they are just shameless, greedy scum. Every third person on Footfall is a Casbalican. But that doesn't mean all that rotten filth is acting together. I've been set up more than once just so some Casbalican can get one over on his rivals. And yet, the Casbalica is generous to its customers, if you can afford it. Anything can be obtained, organized, and transported for the right price. The customer is always right, unless they happen to be a rat. In which case...
Yeah. Persuasion test succeeded. Scum, rotten filth, rats. It's almost as Jade's mask barely slipped. And she started using words that have no place in the vocabulary of someone from the upper stratum of the Imperium. Are you one of the...
What gave you such an outrageous idea? Was it my immaculate garment? My gorgeous jewelry? Do not worry, Sherin. I will let you know once I become a baroness, should the Exalted One will it. Just imagine the strong and fruitful alliance that could be forged between a rogue trader and a mastermind of the Casbalica.
So how did you become the Casbalica agent?
It's not hard to do on Footfall. I spent a year working for good old Christo. He was a brave soldier who gave up the ghost in a scuffle with orcs, and then took over his business. Having a good head on your shoulders and keeping the Exalted One in your heart helps to establish new contacts quickly. Eventually, I gathered together a group of honest and loyal people, and it only took a few successful contracts for the Casbalica to take notice. I quickly settled on footfall and started dispensing my wisdom to my protégés and subordinates. I lost the taste for getting my hands dirty.
Cold
It really
trade.
is simple, Shireen. The Kasbalika runs the Imperium's black market, offering special goods to those who can afford their services. Yes, I am talking about Xeno artifacts too. Alien weapons, technology, sometimes even certain kinds of living creatures. Unlike the rogue traders whose sacred warrants make them immune even from the laws of the Exalted One, Kasbalikan agents are used to hiding and covering their tracks. Nobody wants to draw unwanted attention, no matter who might take an interest. Especially now that the Coronis Expanse has a warrior of the Golden Throne as its watchman. Why not?
Lots
The
of
decision is
stuff.
yours, Shireen.
You don't look like a typical smuggler.
No truer words have ever been said. I'm far more exciting than some small-time peddlers from Footfall. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Jai Amira Fatqin Tamiri Ash Ifrit, the 12th daughter of the Lord of Ifrit, a distant world at the fringes of the Imperium. The youngest child is destined to become a bargaining chip in the family's political games. But I was unwilling to accept such a fate, and wanted to choose what to become and which path to follow. When I learned the Exalted One watches over hundreds of other worlds amidst distant stars, I understood there was an entire world of opportunities beyond Ifrit. All I had to do was break the familial bonds tying me down and escape the planet. Which I did a long time ago.
Judging by your implants, you've had quite a few close shaves over the years.
Consider it a mark of my trade. This year, Xenos. Dumb-headed orcs. Who knew that we weren't the only ones to get tempted by the wreck of that raider? As for this treasure, I received it as a reward for a life that had been just a little too good. I was in a hurry to get to the Adeptus Amasacus after the Exalted One blessed me with immense wealth. I was 2 backstreets away from the den when a pathetic ashmag attacked me, envious of somebody else's fortune.
Take use. You're familiar with the implants like the one that has replaced Jane's neck? It is merely one part of a massive augmentation replacing the internal organs. A slit throat could not have been the cause for installing such a sophisticated device. Uh-huh.
The Coronis Expanse. A gorgeous name, isn't it? But this backwater wasn't my original destination when I escaped, Shireen. Oh no, it was the rumors of incredible freedom that brought me to the Coronis Expanse. Freedom that is generously bestowed upon everyone who can survive in these parts. All doors are open here. You can become a saint, a mogul, a kingmaker, or anyone you like, really. Here, hard work pays off. Unless you're used to lying by the roadside and complaining instead of toiling for the good of your soul, glory, wallet, or whatever floats your boat. I'm used to working hard, and so I found my blessing.
And you escaped from a
I
fit.
convinced my father I personally wished to oversee the inspection of imported goods. I had to get experience so I wouldn't bring shame on our family, didn't I? I made friends with traders, missionaries, and soldiers at the port. I listened to their stories, studied the charts, learned what documents I had to forge to escape the planet. A kind word here, a shiny coin there. And here I am, in the iron belly of a ship, braving the void in search of a new life.
Thank you for sharing this.
All relationships are based on mutual trust. That goes for business too.
Let's see.
Or lucky lady, you mean? My heart has been coveted by proud men with hard eyes, gentle maidens with sensual voices, imperious lords and fierce leaders of void brigands. Only rogue traders have not yet featured among Jai Hedari's intimate friends. Why do you ask, Shireen?
Let's see.
Oh, Shireen. With a few words, you have managed to make my heart flutter like a songbird caught in the snare of a skilled hunter. You enjoy being with me. Perhaps you even find me amusing? Every girl dreams of hearing that she will make a fine toy and a worthy diversion. I understand. I'm just having a little fun, Shireen. If you are not simply amusing yourself by toying with my feelings, then why not give it a try? Go on. Or, wait. You haven't yet asked how I feel about being your romantic partner. Ask soon, Shireen.
Don't only my dad.
I simply cannot reject so ardent an admirer. To insult such sincere passion would be a wicked act in the eyes of the Exalted One. Savor the anticipation, Shireen. Wait, and do not lose confidence.
I have no idea if I'm good. But I just want to
But
do it
if
anyway.
the feelings in your soul have become a fire that is burning you up from within, then you may express them by bestowing a gift upon your humble servant.
Uh-huh. You were telling me tales about your colorful past, Jay, but I feel not all of these stories are true.
Listen, Shireen, the giver of happiness and the dearest of my friends. I am who I am. A cold trader, a Casbalican agent, and your partner. We each have a past, and that past is sealed. I'm not prying into your soul, am I? Well, have pity on mine. It has already been gnawed at by the Aji. And if you don't like the sound of that, we'll just go our separate ways. Deal? All relationships are based on mutual trust. That... Oh, Shireen, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to...
Yeah, that'll take off the bridge. The private place will be my quarters. And now I've got to talk for her. The flickering lights of a dozen candles play across Jay's face, making a small smile appear even more mysterious. Shireen, the Exalted One himself, brought us together the day you crossed Vladim's death threshold. He led us to cargo and gave his blessing for its return. Do you know what people in my world say when such things happen? What's to be gained is to be shared with your neighbour. Points containers in front of one container in front of her. One contains a polished Aldai rifle, a rare model. The other an ornate sword. I am sharing what I have gained with you. Please accept these humble gifts in honour of our wildly successful, though suddenly struck friendship. That's a good weapon. That's a good weapon. Yeah, I knew you would appreciate the Xenos mastery of their craft. Augmented finger. So, the matter I want to discuss with you is related to my business. You know, I sell Xeno artifacts to interested Imperial subjects and Imperial trinkets to the Xenos. Business is going well, my network runs even without my participation. But when it comes to expansion, well, that's where I hit a wall. Rivals, envious of my success. Falco especially. I am certain the theft to my cargo was his doing, but I cannot never predict what that Ashmag will do next. And while my Imperium's authority may be fragmented in the expanse, it could crack down on my people of my profession at any moment. Go on. If the rogue trader put in a good word for me with the service of the Adeptus Administratum, I could become an official trade representative of the Imperium. Just imagine it, a little scrap of paper will offer me and my agents protection against Ashmag schemes far better than any refractor field. And even the Inquisition will have to think twice before they mess with me, because I will be representative of the law in my own right. And best part of all is that It'll only cost you precisely nothing, Shireen. All you have to do is stop by the Sheraton Palace and obtain a certificate from the Master of Seals. My informants tell me that the palace is located on Dragonus, your capital world. You see now how everything is aligned wonderfully, and of course I will repay you in kind. I would never allow your ilk to lay so much as a finger on true power. You are an ulcer on the body of the Imperium. Thank your exalted one that I have not yet incinerated your righteous flame. No. How do I benefit from you gaining official status? Besides being in receipt to my eternal gratitude, Sheen, would it be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with a weight of authority behind them, rather than another pawn? One slip of paper, and I will be able to extend my network of systems far beyond the footfall. My agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the expanse. Exalted One bless you, Shireen. I couldn't find a better business partner in all the expanse. Friendship is a gift from the Exalted One, and we must cherish it. And you will have no complaints about our friendship, Shireen. I may not be a trade representative of the Imperium just yet, but I can still help you with whatever you need. You just must have some faction in mind you'd like to establish a relationship with. To serve Drusians, the hot-headed pirates of Cal. You merely need to use the right words, or a little key for a lock. The people will open their hearts to you, or their wallets. I'll arrange everything you need, merely ask. So it's offering 2k with each of the factions. A good word for you with the right circles. So 2,000 points on that one. Wait till you see your visibles Dragonus. The Mercurium Tabula Office. It sounds almost majestic as the wand of trade. Not by a long shot. Mine lets me turn yours into a piece of scrap paper. I'll sell them more. Hey, so that's those two dealt with. Let's see, other people on the bridge. Oops, wrong button. Romanced. No compartment. Pascal's there. While we're here, I want to take another crack at that. Puzzle. That relic. While we're here. Void Ship Shrine. Okay. Let's take all... Avalar doesn't seem to have the thing. I'll take him. She didn't seem to have a thing last time I brought her. So I'll try these guys. They may offer... Certain characters may offer insight into this. And Abelard didn't offer insight last time I talked to him. Everyone's done their things, that's fine. Yep. Anyhow, I stab at the orb. Okay, so... My light reaches everywhere. That's the Emperor. I don't see the Emperor. Okay, second quarter. I am every human, my loss is feared, for comes the end, but give me to the Emperor and you will be eternal. Loss of life Give my life to the Emperor of Eternal. Give my blood to the inter... Burn me down, eradicate me, or perish rejected by the Emperor. Lean weakness. Weakness? I like the transgression. Okay. It goes to him. Right, so that was unfortunately not a no-go. It was a no-go. Done. Hoping that was going to be a thing. I might go back to the freight lane at some point to look around. It's very confusing because you got I can't quite grasp what I need that first part to be. I've so far had no one who's offered me any insight into the first and second parts. Third part I've gone with, and fourth part she's come with. General expense. We have got a place to go. Now that we're here, we can actually visit. I can do that to chart new routes. I get points for going to go to the new route, which is yellow. And I'm going to visit the system. You do that on every time you visit a system, chart new routes, and it will create new lanes from each system. It'll also give you navigator points, which you can then spend to make a system good and be pirates. Nice. There you go. Little Hulk there. More trophies. Yay! Inevitable triumph. We got this. 15 bonus commerce. Wow. Pretty nice. Now, let's go deal with some pirates. Yar!
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
Yep. There's only one of me. And these fights will continue to be one-on-one for a while. Oh, he ran towards me with his launch attack. Must not be really guns. But he is most certainly within range of mine.
Engage the last batteries! Launch course!
Do a battering ram, please. We got some good distance. Okay, that puts me in his thing, and that's me at full.
Adjust heading.
Fire! There's a crit on that one. think I can keep going a straight line-ish. I can hit
Macro
with
cannon!
the
Volley!
nice hit. Yeah, if I can get to there, I can nail them with the port cannons.
Destination locked in.
Fire! That's gonna be our turn. Yes, I've got my rear to that Cobra class destroyer, but that's not a problem. We took a little bit of damage from our shields, but their shield taking an absolute battering. Also, these guys have moved right to my range, so get him! I can fire this because it's still in my range.
All clear. Congratulations, Lord Captain.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. I'm not sure we should have killed them, but great. I thought we would have to hit him at least one more time for that, but looks like we got a crit. Or something, which is good. And now we'll go check out the planet. Skin away. Ah. Soto's tomb. For all these reasons can be salvaged, however, extractium needs to be put on the world. Develop colonies, contracts, you can also trade them with various factions. Contracts are available. Yay! In the science world, roll with those, get a plus deal going. Know this place well. Long ago, the planet was a prosperous outpost capable of eclipsing even footfall. There was even used to be Cyclopean tomb station on its orbit. The final resting place of colonists Soto, one of the discoverers of the corrosive expanse. Sepulchre for the entire planet. No food, loot. But knowing the nasty tricks that life can pull is still treasure in its own right. I hope we now have... we got people anyway. We have plus deal. Let's see. In general, we have access to contracts now. We have a favor. While the nature of the law includes a secretive grand-scale manufacturing operation remains unknown, the names of those who are assisting him are of great respect. Promethean, shadowy deals, we need Xenotech for that one. You know what, we'll complete this contract, get us some extra profit. We have a profit of 31, we are well off on money on this one. That's some rumours. Assess the situation. Yeah, let's go back to the footfall at some point. That's an thing. So that one and that one can all be completed at the same time. See the cults bring Henrik's Cleaver. And trade quests. Trade protected quest. A new ruler. Complete development project. Yep, we need to. By resource riches itself has chosen new venture. Yeah, we gotta get some stuff done. But yeah, that's that one for this place. See, and the rumor thing's gone now because we completed that quest. Complete it. I can spend free to get to any of these locations, create a straight line route. I can spend 1 to make this a safe trip. As I am now fated to be your shadow, Dom Ubel, we must perform a ritual to seal our bond. We please the Undying One. Let's speak on the bridge, and I shall take up to a place for popular ritual. I will be there. Thank you, Domin. Now, the sacred rituals addressed to the spirits of the ship have been performed. The tech literally has the right machine blessing, data meditation, in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down by the Messiah. Has not been recorded. However, the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god, and the warp drive remains unknown. Yet, during my meditative ritual, the Messiah gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanisms differs from angulous forms. The spirit holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than a blessing of the machine god. Hypothesis. In extremis, the ship spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations on actions. It is impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation, but I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend that we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Excellent. Nothing happened. We got here. We'll visit the place, pop out, and do a quick navigation, chart new things, which will allow us to get some more points. See? Many places to go to. Thank you. Small human dwelling stands on a barren desert planet. An old hermit lives here who spends his days in prayer to the Emperor. He had a retreated plant long ago, back when he was still in his youth. After he had realized that his mind would not withstand frequent forays in the Imperium, the realm of the archenemy, the hermit spoke of the pride of how he had helped worship the Emperor each and every moment of his life. When he mentioned the golden light of the Astronomicon, his voice quivered. When his guests left, he stared after them for a long time, his gaze filled with sadness. Check out all the plants first and then this thing. There's a lot of things to pick up in this game. Nothing here. What did you just say? Oh, burning worlds of Pandora. Now, the fires there have been raging for close to a century, though no one knows how long this one has been burning. That's a lot of fire. The burning world. Scan. Provisions. Thank you. I'll take some of those cash. Flag grenades. Excellent. More importantly, more goods to trade. La 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 la. Scan the ground. No cash. Yay. Nice. Gas giant. That's some fuel. A drifting void ship. See, you can pick up all sorts of stuff from these places. Shitty out. We need you in. Hydra out. We need you in. Truth be told, I also have a fight crew, and I'm getting close to its setup. This is a drifting void ship, so I don't know what this ship will be. I sometimes wonder if they're random. If things appear random in this game. Or if this will always be here. Regardless, I explore everywhere, so it's just how I run. Oh, actually I forgot to do something entirely. Gun. I mean, this looks stupid to begin with, but gun. I just want to have access to it. Sniper rifle. Have I not? Ooh, have I not got the sorting? Yes, but I want to take that off. Yeah, that's heretical, life-draining sword. Dracari weapon proficiency, that's a nasty blade. That's even worse. Venom blade is short 100 sword. That's a two-handed lighter sword. And dear God, that hits hard. I mean, it hits harder than the silent verdict. I was sworn I had weapons on you. Oh, I'm just going to put some gear on. That heavy bolter. Bring up terror, I need heretical follower. This is what I want to use with it, however, is to place my sniper rifle. Wanderer's Portent. We are getting Aldari profession. The Aldari proficiency unlocked. Because then I can use it. And my wrath will be
Let's see this through.
Great. Let's see, how much was it up there? There must be a door. Or access gained from this location.
Stay sharp.
Nothing in this world seems real.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
I have 12.
The Emperor favors me today.
Boom! Hey! We're through. You know what? Use one of these. I don't use them at all.
Is an irrefutable certainty.
I don't use them. I have Pascal, who can crush 29 out of 29.
Let's seize the moment.
A mill-looking door blocks away into the next module. It's covered in scratches. There's someone clawed at the cold metal for a very, very long time. I'll respond to your touch and stands fast, refusing to open. Means main computing cathedral. Shields us, old machine god, from the evil that has taken hold of your temple. Save us, preserve us from corruption, show us the way. Save us that bars of path is weakened. Other appeal to machine spirit, and one of the generators of so that may drink for its blessed energies. There should be one hidden somewhere in this module. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. I am merely his servant. I cannot discern what has stricken the abode of the machine gods, But I do sense distortion of structure, disfigurement of the metal molecular order. This ship is sick. Nice. Entire adjacent section may have no power. There must be a backup generator somewhere nearby. On, you should be able to proceed. Venture further. We have to open the door.
Venture forth.
I think this place is a little nuts.
Onward to victory.
Based on how many wounds a piece of flesh needs to be. Let's go.
Cogitation failed. Requests approved. Challenging me was a mistake.
Well, Mad Tech Priest is angry, so that's a thing. We got supposed to do some. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go away. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to take that this early. Wait a minute. Ah, you know. Let's go. You can do that, please. I know I killed the tech priest for no reason, but I just don't want. He was mad, he was suffering, I support him out of his misery.
Forge ahead. Never linger.
Yoink. Emperor protects us as a house of darkness and corruption.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Should be this way to switch these off to get through.
Emperor, deliver us!
That won't stop me.
That's done it. Well, removing the problem is a more difficult task.
Duty beckons.
Great, I got trauma me. That's us.
I'm watching your back. Always. Stand still.
I can see bright colors
Let's see
again.
this through.
Do you require an audience?
It's still standing.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Head trauma, lovely.
Field medicine at its finest. The healing is much appreciated.
I don't have head trauma. The trauma thing. Let's put an advanced one on. It's better. Great, so I can't. I got the head trauma opponent. Yay. Good thing I don't require any of those for this particular fight. Probably should have sent one person through to cut the power. Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I did it?
You did. Man, yeah, the warp is here. It's a bad sign. And yes, I should have sent you both one person
Marching
through
ahead.
on their own. Betray me, I am drowning in made out of flesh and sinew, but it seems perfection of the machine. In a ritual protocol, if you prepare, we will mend you. Yeah, they just beat the guy to death. They are nuts.
Venture forth.
Argenta, don't you find it difficult to be without your sisters? You are a soldier without a squad.
I will fight alongside my sisters again. But my present fate is not a burden to me. No matter where I go, or who I am with, I bring death to heretics. That is what matters.
Good on you, Argenta.
I'm restless.
Good. We need to scroll, get around this trap so you guys can help.
Duty prevails.
Sometimes I find it annoying. But yes.
The machine god grants the insight.
Nice. Good gauntlets.
Let's seize the moment.
Everyone here is psycho. Everyone here is nuts. Everyone here is psycho.
What is it, rogue trader? My mind is focused.
Good thing too, because you suffer like 3 wounds.
Your assistance is much appreciated. I needed that.
We'll use Russia stabilizer.
You have my thanks.
Henry's on that side for this.
I guide humanity between the stars.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Can't on the generator, we need to look at the pressure. Clear passage with explosives.
The Emperor sets my path.
You
What
got
deeds
wound.
await us?
Actually, no, this one that you spent.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Well
I
charged.
better my myself through my service. Pay attention.
You in the time while the traps in here. It's fine.
Cast your eye there. Never doubt me.
Ah,
Blessed be the road that we take.
handy.
The Emperor favors me today.
Pascal will be useful on that side of the room. She's got like a 40% chance of logic.
Data meditation is terminated.
35.
All souls cry out for salvation.
45.
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
Look no further.
40. No, you need that binary stuff, Harry.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder.
My frail organics required it.
I mean, technically he has a medkit so he can do it himself.
Ready for data input.
I can do the right machine right set, which will boost even further.
Successful.
And now we don't have to worry about gas supply anymore. Turn on the backup generator because I've already tweaked the gas supply to go.
My success is irrefutable certainty.
This is a house of change. On the other end of the ship, something opened. Current electricity bill is
Onward to
4. Ah! Ellen's missing. Not here anymore. We now have a way to get to the cogitator room.
Another battle demands our attention.
Yep. It's over to our mad tree's house. We have to get rid of stuff. Including these hells of corruptions. Pascal, to here, please. See if you have a lad. A genteel and mixed bag. You can. I'm going to here. Henrik's better off down here. Get ready to push. And we use her eyeball, her eyesight. There you go. Right, let's get some blessings going.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Let's get a kill zone in front of the door. Let's see if it's dodge damage reduction.
Request approved. My vow is to serve.
And serve I shall. Now that's destroyed. Right, Serto's running through it forward. The hell is there, the low levels, that's fine. Ow. Now she can dash. And does not promote get attack on
Doubt
food.
is for the weak. As the Emperor commands you, Emperor!
Nice. Little speaker.
I'll do it.
Nice shot. We've already managed to get 2 points of that one, right? So that's good. Servitors are slow moving, but they hit like dump trucks. Demon analysis failed. No. Henrix, you might want to help out.
Let's see to it.
No, don't go too heavy on the psychic stuff, because we have a failed degradation going on here.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Fire.
Nothing stands against me.
Good. That's a dash. So use my move points.
I won't object to it.
Danger. That's a mess and burn radius.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Surgeon, they have no turn. Most, because then I can build up more hostility. Man, Magus has all those guns. Ow. Score. AoE me.
I know what to do.
How many guys can I see in my line of sight? Wow. Oh, somebody that helped.
As said, so done.
I'm trying to get in a position where you can see plenty.
Poised for action.
You get how it's moving down here. I'm glad you serve.
They won't expect this.
You serve me. Yeah, I need a... Vision, play with
Easy.
Quit. Nice 5, chance crit.
As said, so done.
Get rid of those pretty much ASAP.
I know what to do.
I don't have a facility, so I can just fight these constantly.
Let's set this in motion.
Ottoman. I have heroic hunt. Nice. Nice sight, I will play. Yeah, let's go destroy. We're not having you.
I won't do that.
I don't know what I say. Oh.
Follow my lead.
I will do my duty.
There. Yeah, you move then and charge attack. Or just move there and charge. No. Move here. Tickles. Make of it.
It will be done. At your beck and call. It will be done.
Nice hit. And he paid. Pascal move down here, and then it's like machine code apocalypse. Actually, I'm gonna move the front line to here so we get a bonus.
Advancing.
Kill zone, please. I never use this much. Most because I don't have a lot of people inside zones worth using to.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Running binary override.
Thunder slam. Hurry. If I move to here, she'll be behind cover, but she can also spray.
Rejoice in battle!
And I get 2 shots.
I am his will made manifest. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I missed. Wow.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Immediately another one.
Doubt is for the...
Wow, I missed twice on that now. I have missed a few times, however my accuracy is getting way better.
Martyrdom is a reward.
Side, but I can move to here.
Everyone, step aside. The Inquisition sends their regards.
I can use this at point blank range. Oh, this one better.
Let's see to it.
I don't know why I say it though, because it's a melee weapon. Points. That's right, she has less thingy to the wound trauma.
I may.
Under my gaze, what is I'm gonna get?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
No, we did a bigger jump there. Right. Fudge. Ah, that one. Yeah, we got 3 feet of the wound I took.
Easy.
Nice hit. I did not use my point up.
They won't expect this.
Oh, I didn't kill him.
Indeed.
Yes, it's close for that.
I will do my duty.
I need your aegis, O Emperor.
Wow. They're trying real hard to kill.
High momentum.
Yeah. Oh, so her next turn she's gonna be going for a right. Smash
The
it.
Messiah knows all,
Go away.
comprehends all.
Oh. Never make case of.
Injuries will not slow me. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'm just getting super accurate.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Even my burst shots are now
As the Emperor commands, I act.
really accurate. To the point at which I'm not missing shots. That's the scale difference of my
I'll do
accuracy.
it.
I have a 12 score of plus 12 on accuracy. She's getting plus 3. So yeah, Argenta's really good. Missed one. Nope, he's running that down there. Oh, I show my cover.
I feel the power surging.
Carnival of misery.
The Emperor is on our side. But of course, Lord
I
Captain.
think I'm gonna get to him there with the charge, but
Let's see to it. Nothing stands against me.
needle. Got him. Got him.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I do.
Doubt is for the weak.
Take cover.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Each strike is a prayer.
I got 1 round left. Well, I can dash. Yeah, let's cover
I'll
here,
do it.
so- Yep, let's kill it.
Faith
can
without
reload.
deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands.
See, I may be taking me cover, but I have a really high weapon skill.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Yeah, I haven't gained the ability yet to soothe the warp. So all bleeds
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
As said, so done.
Yeah, so potential this is guaranteed.
I know what to do.
Ransom. Avalade!
It will be done. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Man, the guy around the corner is gonna shoot me now. Hit me. Let's sneeze.
Is no warp route.
We're coming for you boys. And she's just, well, she's a man. So that skill plus her double tap skill, she can accidentally shoot for 3 times in a row.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, that was something else.
You, my Emperor.
Even with his cover. Bonus for gain. Got him. Nicely done.
I'll do it.
Got 18 stacks. We have a
As the Emperor commands, I
absolute
act.
plethora. Now you know why I keep it around as my... Ooh, ouch. No,
I won't object to it.
I don't need much war power, so we're fine. Take a step forward, then charge.
I need a foothold. Be gone.
I'll just kill him. Ooh, yeah. She only got hit, but I'm pretty sure she can shoot back.
If I may,
With an absolute plethora of shots. Oh, he can hit me, but I can't hit him.
I will not.
Okay, let's do a dash then.
Faith without deeds is worthless. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands.
Yeah, look at it.
I'll do it.
Well, that's facility, well,
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
that's fine. Can't see him, get him.
No too great.
We can't hit the arrow corner. Oops. Another one.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Any of you any more consumables? No. Anything good in combat.
Guided by faith!
If they continue going after her, he's going to have to run around the corner. Should have clicked the thing to get the whole thing, but...
For the throne's glory.
Fortunately, I have an offensive power then. Last night. I know it's really
Easy.
They won't expect this.
We're going well with that. And that didn't count towards my first shot.
As said, so done. For the dynasty.
And the golden throne of terror.
I know what to do. Costly mistake.
Got him. Mad Logus is the only one with any actual loot on him. And that marksman rifle's pretty good. It's better. Its lower end is higher than mine. Plasma pistol.
Let's see this through.
Everybody's mad now. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, no longer hiding it. This is now just full-on warp.
Let us see what I found.
Join me in prayer.
I don't think there's any wounds on it right now. Also, no one else has explosives. Yeah, you got explosives, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You need stuff. I bought a lot of those. You're fine, you're fine.
I better myself through my service.
Yep. And let's see, there's another fight coming around the corner. That's just where it plays. I did kill the man priest over there, so. Servo skulls, Bob skulls, Mad Tech Priest, Mono skulls, Mad Magos. I do like the fact that between fights, all our health comes back. let's get some these down. Range damage increasement.
The spectral prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
Kill my own thing doing that. Got the crown corruption there, which would be a good thing to get rid of. I should blow up quite neatly. It didn't. I did blow up the thing. Agenda, would you like to start being chaotically good at killing things?
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
This is a corrupt world zone wherein we are severely, this is severe veil degradation here.
If
Could
you
we hit
insist,
that?
Lord Captain.
Well, I did also clout everybody else in the room. I'll remove us perfect next turn. So it's all marching forward.
Pain cleanses the body.
Henry's can pull this off.
Natural.
Ow. Path. Language path.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Magos is the more dangerous enemy.
Nothing stands against me. I won't object to it. For the throne's glory.
Throne's glory, and now this.
I won't object to it.
Yep, and all those strikes through at the same time. Pascal is sturdy. Argenta's gonna get swarmed. The Vox Skulls act like little boasters, giving people extra turns, but I take the man has a wound on him. Right. That's what I take the man in range. What else do to help motion 2? Let's see.
Said, so done. They won't expect this.
Nope, they won't. He missed. Huh. Wow. That was unexpected to say the least. A 95%er. actually hoping to use that to...
Access.
Summonses. Oh. I guess it really didn't want me hitting the
At your beck and call.
Okay, there, okay. First things first. Sweep.
It will be done.
He parries back, that's fine.
Indeed. Just a minor setback. At your beck and call.
20 screen, so then I'll on him.
The Inquisition sends their regards.
Wow, dodged. He's now in the... A lot of these guys have got hit with the her eyeball gaze. It's all got thing out. He parried, but he got stunned. Got hit with it. Change your front indication.
I'm enraged.
Oh wow, I have to
Power
save this.
resides in the will of the righteous.
I only have to move a little
I'll
bit.
do it.
Quick dish. Yeah, I think I'll do this first. More firepower. See, these things annoyingly have boosting their defensive abilities.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Or should I give them a little temporary hit points?
I'll do it.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Yeah, the first round doesn't actually cost me anything. 8 points. Dead.
Doubt is for the weak.
Get it back. So we go through two things without even actually touching one round yet. 60 and 20.
I'll
though.
do it. Nothing escaped the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's see. We're gonna fight. Oh, the thing already gone.
Me?
Essentially, this might kill you.
What did I with grace?
Hey, it's time to drop the number of enemies now. You're gonna pick the wrong person to fight if you're going to have a lad. Now, stupid, we do back up here a second bit. so
I'll
just so I
put
can
my
do
psychic
the
abilities
challenge.
to use. Nothing stands against me.
He's constantly moving with this, and it's... Oh, 16 points this was. Ah, that's a sanguine effect.
Natural.
And he's got 16 doses of bleed on him right now.
I won't object to it.
If he moves, he gets hit. Ow. These guys got a lot of temporary HP on them. Hit me. Well, if you would like to get this job done and start earning up your keep. I can't actually I already spent it once.
I know what to do.
I better not miss you again at the back. Well, I am not beginning a lot of feeling with this guy.
I will do my duty.
Let's see. Yeah, has another one made attack this turn.
We'll rule the stars themselves. It will be done. Oh, why is it?
Parry! Parry some more! Seriously?
Indeed.
How many parries is this guy getting?
It will be done.
Wow. How will I use the entire turn to hit once?
I took care of this one.
Hey! Well, these guys have like massive amounts of... Yeah, and we need to get rid of these thingies because they're just prolonging this. Oh, I can medicate myself.
I'll do it.
There's a damn These guys have like monstrous amounts of extra hit points.
Faith without deed.
Yeah, we need to start like taking some of this stuff down. Like dramatically.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
And that well, so.
Faith without deed is eradicated.
Dead. Good. Also dead. Good.
I'll do it.
Good. That's wiped out some of those annoying things. I think down to us.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Because now, meter 60 to 437 attack power.
Another crown painted black.
Now that's what happens when you stack up all those lovely points on her. She becomes oh so much better at fighting.
High momentum.
You know what, I need to do something about this thing.
For the throne's glory.
It's me.
But
This.
of course, your reckoning is due.
Each one of these that goes down is good for us, bad for them.
I won't object to it.
He'll give these guys 2 extra turns, but they are winning out of what they can do. And he could kill somebody.
One step ahead.
And you hit Pascal at the same time.
I define the outcome. As said, so
Well, thanks, I hit today.
let's set this in. As said, so
I still missed.
easy.
Easy. Right, last shot. Please, for the love of God Almighty, kill him. Thank you. You had to get that eventually.
Victory is imminent.
Now, these guys have a lot of health on them. But, at the same time,
I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
we have a lot of this. Good. That leaves those two up, and this leaves the option. That's fine. It's only the helical option that's left.
Request denied.
Probably to do so slightly useful.
Request approved.
Let's make it so we I think have a better chance of hitting them.
The Omnissiah knows all. Comprehends.
Now, Junta. These things are not particularly dangerous. What we need to do is go here and, for the love of Pete, kill this thing.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Strike with the prey. As the Emperor commands,
That's
I
3 kills,
act.
so the second revenue of slaughter was activated.
Doubt is for the weak.
Zoom. Zoom.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh, sounds right.
I'll do it.
We just have like nothingness thing. Oh, yeah.
Faith without deeds is what you, my Emperor!
Oh, I destroyed that bit. That's what I hit. Oh no, I'm out of point. Things, actions. Oh wait, I can still do one more.
Doubt is for the weak. Eradicate it.
We've essentially now started,
I have read tomes of military tactics.
if they fail a will save, they can, her gaze can just immobilize them. End of discussion.
If I may.
You may say. Essential. And Soulswipe. Because at the moment, everything's done here is getting detriment.
I've suffered worse.
Let's see to it. The Inquisition sends their regards. Naturally.
Nice. Vox Skull is trying its best now to do stuff because it doesn't have much it can do.
At best, so done.
And that's its problem now. It has literally the Vox Skulls, and they don't have what one would call a massive power output when it comes to fighting. And they're not getting more extra health because we've pretty much knocked out the thing that gives it. I think this went, I'm gonna turn on. You're on fire. Ooh. Spirit flames.
High momentum.
Yay.
Let the cycle be discontinued. Low momentum.
I think I did something here. Let's see, so Rails?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, it makes a little difference which one I choose. I just 4 rounds, finish off.
I'll do it.
We leveled up. Hooray! Mad Mago says stuff. They had rubbish. Yeah, this place is being defiled. Something chronic. Let's see. AP increase. We now have an additional AP. Go level 20. Okay. Perception is pretty good for me. Let's see, perception lets me awareness skill, dodge, and again fellowship, however. It boosts things like it boosts these ones instead. Well, he's a shooting type, so maybe you know what, a ballistic skill might be useful. A common talent. Advanced law. Bolt weapon expertise. We need a las weapon melee. Melter. Solid projectile. Why have I not got the skill for Dari weaponry? Drukari. Dari weapon pushes the one. I need to be level 22 for that one, so I'm still annoyingly 2 levels off it. That's annoying. Nice. Spare magazines. Nice. I could get advanced laws. Yep, advanced skill persuasion. Could get basic as coercion. But now, advanced skill persuasion, because then even when I fail a check, I can give it a stab. Your turn. You only get 2 options. That and this. I wanted the warp power, but sure. Willpower gives me that. Perception gives me awareness. Not really her best skill for this, to be honest, but it's one I really like giving her. He gets that and a stat boost, which for him is intelligence. Which, you know, gives me greater tech use. Nobody's taking his position anytime soon. Okay, tech use is off the charts. AP booster. Now for him, strength might not be a bad thing. Weapon skill and intelligence are also good. New intelligence, you know, it gives him a big, nice, chunky beast boost to all those stats. Even if I have got guys who are way better than he is. Well, I recommend strength and fellowship, toughness and corrals goes up. Fellowship gives me those. Also makes it harder for him to get a status effect. Oh, I know that's corrals. Oh well, the fellowship boost would be fine. See, I don't need ballistic skill with her. She has enough ballistic skill to get the job done. Draws me on that one. Once it's just she starts firing, that's it. So I might give her strength, which will let me have access to things like access to heavy armor, or and make heavy weapons. Make her able to wield heavy weaponry. Which we cannot access yet because the only one available is the heretical one. And we can't use that. Not sure. Oh, bayonet. Right. I believe last time I came through here, I just went, thought it was over, and left.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
What did you just find? Spots trap. Where? Where trap? Where trap find? Okay, well, the trap was.
Stop! There!
There's the trap.
See, right there.
Imagine this was a trap. Echoey
Duty prevails.
location.
The Emperor favors me today.
He does. I'm getting experience points with this.
Never doubt me.
I mean, I could only imagine how many traps it would take to actually try and level up.
Let us see what I found.
Take heed, rogue trader.
Gee, there's a lot of traps.
I'm restless.
Yeah, you go over here. And down here, please. Up here. And do some traps down that one.
I better myself through my
And
service.
Any more traps? No, it's my power, so... Restore power. I never actually did this. I never realized that I never actually did this. So this is the first for me. From the rage of the beast, iron protectors. Makes Tiberius Mahal. Okay, this is new. Ooh, what's this? Headhunter Light Carpus. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. I don't need it, but... Okay. You're the head nutso. Nutty so. Cleansers. The air in the room is permeated by a white melt mixture of miasma from both mechanical and biological origin. Blood, rust, vomit, machine oil, excrement, kerosene. All these smells blend together in such a thick stench that it feels almost palpable. Just as the air here is one mad tangle of odors, the device in front of you is a mishmash of wriggling wires and transplanted fragments. All in a clutter, one could almost miss the main component, a heavy augmented man whose upper body is embedded into the frame of the machine, dozens of wires piercing his flesh. A crust of congealed blood and other bodily fluids cover the man's entire body, but his eyes are open and his gaze keen. His gaze turned to you, but devoid of surprise or difference. Who are you, disturbing the peace of holy martyrs in the home of our grief? What do you want? Chaos sorcery. If you don't come to your senses, your fate's sealed. Oh wow, version down. Pascal's got the best skill though. I don't have a reticle. Your knowledge is lacking, Invader. Those are secrets and holy symbols imparted to us by the Omnissiah. How else would my technical comrades have survived if not for their protection? Devoured by evil, he falls silent as if lost in thought. You have been identified and recognized Tech Sentinel. I express my sympathy for your malfunction. May the Omnissiah strengthen your data vows. There is no ship, there is a holy purgatory, a world of evil, made of harrow and tortures those who follow the Omnissiah. He's already killed many of my brethren, but those who remain strong, salvation strong. We will keep corruption on the machine at bay. I will hold it back. I have accepted higher calling, the only one among my brethren to do so. As they keep the evil bay with prayers and sacred symbols engraved on their traitorous flesh, I take this evil inside myself. I imbibe it as one does water, but it can do no harm, me no harm, for I am the eye of his sanctity. I am the sacred filter, the link that protects the other parts of the machine from the caustic taint. And for as long as I remain here, the corruption will not prevail. This statement is false. I am registering corruption in this unit identical to that surrounding us. I am registering a violation of the cleansing protocol, which dictates the steering of the ship into the heart of the nearest star for the purpose of cleansing, annihilation. I am registering betrayal of the sacred machine spirits placed in the charge of those weak in faith. It applies a long series of clicks and technically. Sacred language has been revoked. Impurity will not be permitted to enter the pure speech of Bayer. Your mortal shell will soon exhaust the vital energies. Pray mutely while you still have time. Evil that prevails the universe, tempting with the unattainable, seducing the false source of knowledge. Evil has many names, but its essence remains the same. This is that evil that trapped us in here, but we are stronger. I'm gonna try persuasion. Mine's clear for a moment. They still lack understanding, but there's a hint of surprise. He slowly looks around the room at the ecstatic priest at his own mangled body. His vox hisses as if struggling to say something. Suddenly the mingled stench of the room is drowned out by a sharp, piercing smell of ozone and grease. You sense the nauseating atmosphere that prevailed in the room has condensed in a single point of evil in the depths of the ship, and is now hurtling towards you. Just don't matter at that point. Pascal's fine where he is. Please. Magenta, back up. You do not have the ability to shoot while such close range. Henrik's is a melee type. Alberta's there, it's fine. Build there. Okay, so my 6 guys well positioned. This is tech heresy. You will be purged. We're gonna kill zone this right away. Let's see, give me booster. Banishment. There's no points for the natural punch, though, it's fine. Man, we got a lot of points the first time. Forge Fiend. Stop. That's actually the end of my turn. Henrik's. The shield of the Emperor prevail. Well, he is with us.
But of course, Lord Captain. For the throne's glory. I won't object to it.
Okay, hit.
Let's see to it.
Ouch.
I won't go down easy.
Oops, it downed. I won't go down so easy. Downed. Now this is a useful thing. We actually gets around our deficit right now. Because now she has access to all her. That's 2 AoE. It hit me and hit everyone else with them. Command. We don't have enough let's kill that off.
Duty demands.
Get rid of the Vox thingies, mine is useful. I don't see any of those beacons that give them extra HP, so let's get rid of his ability to have an extra turn. While using our own ability to have an extra turn.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Yes, but you'd be surprised how useful you get both.
Victory is imminent.
Nice hit. They have counter strike. Ow.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
He's gonna give it an extra turn. Henrik on the floor.
Focus, Bancalops. Focus.
Right. You are definitely getting a bounty on your head. You're worth a lot. You're 5, you're a boss. Okay, let's freeze bounties. All characters' effects increase. You know, Pascal can affect it, right? Until Silent Level next turn. Okay. So we'll do the critical. Well, it would be nice to actually kill him off. Hey, you got a kill. It was better than last time. And now, dead shot, which is a stronger hit. And I miss. Lovely. The machine guy does not guide me.
I won't die.
So I was punching the trophy out of him. Magenta.
As the
Please,
Emperor
Lord.
commands, I act. Faith without deeds is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, what do you mean that?
Doubt is for the weak.
What's it done? He slammed, but
I'll
didn't
do
do
it.
anything.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Nice. Abelard now has an actual turn.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
Nice hit.
It will be done.
I can make it.
He hit Henry's.
Indeed.
He's done, so he's not going to get up anytime soon. Fortification? See, when you get five pips, it's like you could do a lot. I'm guessing his thing triggered.
Running binary override.
Okay, go then. They're not going to drop it time soon. Dodged, but I took the better hit. Gave a better hit than he did. Nice getting up. I can kill him. Or I can give my guy a turn. He can kill him. And then on his next turn he can go after the next target. Haha. Enhance. Back up. Ability to kill as well. Kill one hit.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Burning will take him out now.
I know what to do.
Nice hit. Unfortunately, I can't go anywhere. Oh, wait, no, since I can.
Accept.
And I got the AP for it. Bullseye! Oh yeah, I can do this well. I don't know how I actually hear what he's saying better. 6%. You missed. That's not the first shot I can have. I can have multiple shots. Alright. Lit. Evil. That was evil incarnate. The evil. The corruption that watches us day and night. You have banished evil. You tried to warn me, but I was deaf. The ship Cava Gamma. It followed us from there. Cava Gamma? Is that where your ship is from? Yes, the ship and the planet, the traitors among our brethren, tormenting the sacred mechanisms, letting corruption into their systems. They turned that which is holy into the unholy, and they set these new twisted machines on us. Their tech comrades. We managed to flee, but one of the monsters found its way onto the ship. We fought. We cut off one module after another, as one cuts away rotting flesh, but it followed. Its invisible influence, the corruption it exuded, it claimed us one by one. The crew were merely humans of flesh and blood, so they were weak. They succumbed so easily. We could not save them from evil, so we gave the ship to darkness among the stars. But the darkness came for us too. In this last module, where we intended to make our last stand, then I sacrificed myself. I became a filter, a stopper against corruption emanating from the machine. I succumbed. The corruption came for our souls. The corruption of Kiva Gamma, traitors. The fabricator sensor. It has all started with him. He was the one who left this taint into the sacred code. He was the one who doomed our brethren. He was the one who spawned the steel monstrosities in the furnace of our planet. I was a part of the great force that drives the universe. I do not fear the cold of death. Loot 'em all! Why are you looting my brethren? Loot.
I've read about this.
Oh, demon engine. Yes, those are not fun. We're going back to the ship so now, so... Heretical Volturi. Wow. Okay. Well, that's the ship actually finished. I didn't finish this before.
Venture 4.
I think I just left the ship and blew up. So I never... Oh, I missed a loop. It's all going into the cargo, so it's fine. Damn, I missed out on a good fight. You can actually go back on the ship. I didn't realize this, and I just went, okay, and I left. Also, we now have to do level ups for the people who stay behind. AP1. Fellowship's not a bad one for her. It's very good at what she does. You know what, I'll give you strength, because strength lets you punch harder. Wait, don't you have a skill that gives you physical? Because once she had an effect that gave her better, it was her agility that gave her better punch, that's why she thing up. But you know what weapon skill her? I'm sure she has something that makes her very good at. You swap her strength for her agility, whichever one's highest. See, she's got points. She's gonna struggle to. We're gonna struggle to make it change her out. Psycha Majoris makes her more powerful, ups her psychic power. So some abilities gain like a boost based on your psychic abilities. Any chance that one of the guys needs changing out? I mean, we're 101, so we're not leaving anytime soon. You know what? We've just finished. Warp channel. See, she's better at the warp. But she's much better at that. But okay, we'll give you this master of. We'll give you warp? Awareness. No, because she's better at that. Okay, for now you can keep your position. And I'm going to head to my private chambers and end this session with a bath. I mean, hopefully got more things, but that was, yeah, I didn't know that about that fight. I didn't know. I don't think I even clicked on the door. So I didn't know to go to the thing, put the power on, and then I thought that was just it. Didn't realise there was a whole thing there. Agenda? Ooh. No. Ah, yeah, her servant. Cassie's servant.
Lord Captain, your presence is welcome. And I wish to apologize for my prior coldness. After our first meeting, I was concerned that you would turn out to be another faithless offshoot of the von Valancius dynasty, like the traitor Conrad. But now I see before me a worthy leader and servant of the Imperium. I am glad to accompany you in your endeavors.
Are you ready to tell me more about yourself now?
If such is the rogue trader's wish, although there isn't much I can tell, I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to know?
Where do you hail from?
Now that I can tell you. I come from everywhere and nowhere. I am the child of officers of the Imperial Guard. I was born in the hold of a warship, grew up following my parents' deployments from one planet to another, and lost my family in the flames of a righteous war. My memory is like wafts of smoke over a still battlefield.
Wow.
The grey of a ship's plating, the strict cadence of life in military camps. My mother's uniform. I loved looking at it. Then, that battle, the rumbling, the shouting, and the soot, the screams of soldiers burning alive, and the gold of the regiment's Aquila, untouched by soot or blood. The last unsullied piece of a world that was going mad.
When the war hits off.
That was my last memory of my mother, and of my former life, before the Progenium and the novitiate, before my trials, before the vows.
That golden shard you carry with you.
My own relic. It's the regiment's Aquila, or rather, the fragment that survived the attack, the explosions, and the fire. For me, it's a reminder that purity and radiance can be preserved, even in the heart of darkness.
Good. So how did you become an Adeptus Sororitas?
Become? It's such a strange word for it. It seems right, but is that how one talks about their destiny? If you're asking about the path itself, that's easy enough to answer. First, like many other orphans, I endured the Progenium. Those years were rough. But I remember the hardship fondly. Few things can compare with the feeling of satisfaction from a past trial, even if it leaves your body aching from exhaustion or your soul wincing in pain. I was one of the best among my peers, and I was selected for the novitiate in the ranks of the Adeptus Sororitas. When the hour came, I passed the trials and took my vows. The most joyous day of my life. The Emperor's light has always been with me, but to accept it with all your heart, to utter the oaths, that is a rapture like no other. Have I ever... But that would be shameful weakness, almost heresy. Of course not. I was born for this.
Yeah, but everyone wishes something.
I live by the Emperor's will, and in his light, I myself am the light. I must be the light. For myself, and for those who ask for my protection. I was chosen to serve. But beyond that, I won't deny it. Few things elate me as much as the thought that the heretic felled by my shot will never again orphan a child.
Thank you for your candor.
It is my pleasure to be candid.
What kind of gift would you think I could give Jay?
If you want to do her good, give her a dose of conscience and a fear of the Emperor. That is what she truly needs. But if you want to please her, give her some meaningless jewelry, expensive and shiny. Such baubles wield magical power over hearts like hers.
Thank you. I don't think we can discuss the prime place with her, because we already have a conversation. Cassia.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
What kind of gift do you think Jay would please Jay?
I know very little about how ordinary couples come together. The books I have read always skirted around that side of life, keeping silent on the matter. A heartfelt poem, perhaps? I'm not sure Jai enjoys poetry, though.
There you go.
I have enjoyed your company.
Okay, let's see what everyone else wants and stuff. Henrik, you talk about Jay? Yeah. No, I don't think he's gonna... Henrik's.
To what do I owe this visit?
Wow.
Mistress Adari is a dangerous person. And dangerous people like dangerous things. Jai is probably partial to good weapons. She even has a small but enviable collection. Such a gift would not only be practical given her perilous trade, but it would also show that you have taken an interest in her as a person and her tastes. Such demonstrations are very important when dealing with people with whom you would like to curry favor. I'm usually the one interested in the pasts of those around me, not the reverse. I come from a night world, Guizorn 3. I belong to a branch of one of the noble houses until my exceptional abilities were discovered. After that, I was sent on a black ship to Holy Terra, where I was trained and I began my service for the glory of the Imperium. I do, but I have no ties to my homeworld now. None except my first name. I left Guizorn 3 when I was still a child. My family disowned me, stripping me of my family name. I was given a new one by those who trained me. Even for a noble, being branded a psyker is a mark of eternal shame. I experienced that firsthand before I was put on the black ship.
How did you discover your abilities?
Like many psychers unaware of their curse, I found out when a strong emotional reaction triggered an involuntary response. My great-aunt had a pet grink. One day, it bit me, and I boiled it from inside out. And when my great-aunt slapped me for what I'd done, I boiled her too.
Ouch. I don't know what's more absurd. Either the absurdity of the story or the factual capable of such extreme emotion.
When I arrived on Holy Terror and was tested, I was found to be suitable material for becoming a sanctioned psyker, able to bend his curse to his own will. I can assure you that the adepts of the Astra Telepathica were right in their assessment. No. First, I was accorded the status of a psyker fit for service in the Imperial Guard, where I then spent several years. It was only afterward that I became an agent of the Golden Throne.
You don't know about the black ships, they're horrible.
Picture a vast prison ship, filled with frightened, angry psychers who can't control their abilities and who have just lost their homes and their families. Some of them were children and adolescents like I was. Some were monstrous creatures who no longer had the right to be called human, or psychopaths who reveled in their impure powers. Once, when one of the miscreants broke free, those in command simply depressurized the bay and got rid of the culprit, along with the prisoners and crew tainted by him. But even after that, I heard the echo of inhuman suffering and terror. Since the day of my initiation as an acolyte. So, decades. How many real years it's been, it's hard to say. When I return from a journey through the warp, I often discover that much more or much less time has passed in real space. Indeed, I have visited many of the places brought to the Emperor's light, and those sullied by the filth of the archenemy. In truth, even after all these years spent visiting the various corners of the Imperium and looking beyond its borders, I still consider the Segmentum Solar to be the greatest of all humanity's bastions. Nothing compares to the majesty of Holy Terror,
That's essentially
the might of
solar
Mars,
system.
the grandeur of the segment's other worlds.
It's only been since a decade, you still look young.
The first step for biomancers such as myself is to take control of the processes of their own body, including aging. I've endured innumerable hazards in my work. If I allowed every trace of them to remain, I would look completely different today. You can't really be expecting me to answer that question, can you? Gladly.
Nope. Yeah, I got that one.
Of course not. The Lord Inquisitor's entourage comprises dozens of people. The best of the best. Experts in various fields and disciplines. Some of them I know personally. Others I have never met. To be honest, I'm not even certain that the people I know are still alive. I used to work with other acolytes of the Lord Inquisitor, but in the Coronis Expanse, I have been working alone. I rarely have the time or the opportunity to think about it. We are not a retinue. We are acolytes. As for your question, I am closer than anyone else to the one I call my personal teacher. The Lord Inquisitor deemed me worthy of undertaking the most important and sensitive tasks requiring the attention of agents of the Golden Throne.
Yes. Any other acolytes in your sector?
Such as?
No, that's fine. Okay, so Henrik says give a gun. Abelard, what you say?
Lord
Throw her off the
Captain,
ship.
I used to give Genusian lilies to the girl I liked, but the species long since extinct. Now it lives only in my memory. Ask someone else, your lordship. I am too old to remember how to charm young ladies.
Lord Captain.
Okay, so far we got gun. Did it say something to me? No, I'm not sticking my hand in there and giving myself bam. Don't. Well, I'm not again. Where are you, Pascal? Oh, he's down there with Abel. Yes, because we saved him, so he's down here. Hi, Abel. Homicide knows all. How are you feeling, Abel? Running of bionic protocols was bogged down and dissolved in false commands. The filter has separated the correct signals from the incorrect. The reasoning has been restored to its swiftness. Tech Brother Abel has passed the diagnosis and the serious influence of sacrilegious procedures has been completely eliminated. Statistically, most survivors of schismaticals infested are left with severe cognitive impairments. However, Tech Priest Brother Abel's mind, being of a less typical nature, has not been damaged to so great a degree. What was flawed has since been purged, but the shadow of the hunt linger. The cog is dismounted, and no judgment has been made. In absence of judgment, threat remains. Who will make the judgment? I will. I will make the judgment that will avert the threat. There is no need to frighten him. I assumed at first this was caused by the shock inflicted on the system by the schematical attack, but my Tech Brother's words are a sign of deeper reason to his unease. He receives something that threatens both him and those around him, and thus I stand ready to face his threat. Only he knows, but if my Tech Brother fears that he might not be able to make the right decision for a moment, then I will do it for him. Answer is unknown. I am registering kinship, both between our identifiers and the one that the most profound Archmagus Amaranth left an imprint on all his students. It may be, then, that I see some of my mentor in Tech Brother Abel, and so my spirit rejoices and strives to keep him from harm. You care for him as if he truly were your younger brother. Tech Brother Abel is harmonious. The harmony is beauty. Is it so strange to urge to protect beauty from the horrors of the grotesque? Thank you. Why do you and Pascal have the same name? The naming of names is not an index to the text. The naming of names is the text. Abel's answers can be enigmatic. His mind works differently from ours. He thinks in harmonic imagery and notices symmetries and proportional relationships in the world around him. Poetry would be closest analogy on how he perceives and interacts with reality. Why not? Tech Lingua is rhythmical, possession broad semantic scope, and some of its more sonorous dialects lend themselves well to individual and symphonic declamation. Negative, however, I will hypothesize. Tech Brother Abel is seeking to convey the idea that our matching identifiers are not the key to some vital data point. They are an in of themselves the vital data point. At this stage of my analysis, I can draw no useful conclusions from this proposition. Silence. Are we overthinking? It doesn't matter why your names are the same. What matters is that they are the same. Is that what you mean? At this point in time, the cycle has been broken and reshapen into rising spiral, as Amaranth envisioned. They are connected. My hypothesis regarding Abel's connection to Blessed Amaranth has been confirmed. We catch the soul of light in the solar wind. We look for the footsteps in our Messiah left when he walked in the desert. Procedure. Depersonalization of minds of these machine servants are a data dream, processing enormous arrays of data and aggregating them. Virtually and all results of such synthesis are struct data, but occasionally we have noted consistencies whose exactness defy logic. Most of the runes are devoid of any meaning, but you notice a few among them that combine to formulate incompetent graphs. Abel peers at you inquisitively, then just gazes at the vidscreen, and you could swear that a smile lights under his face under the respiratory augments. A crystal is exquisite in clear water. Deviation from the cycle's trajectory has been increased, as was Amaranth's wish. Nothing short of pleasing. Typo Abel has dedicated a lesser aria to you. The piece is distinguished by the high degree of acoustic harmony and is fit for its use of monitor as an identifier, or epitaph. Use is disproportionate, but does signify personal affinity. It is how we execute the quest for knowledge, in the hope of the machine god grants us an epiphany, so that we may discern a logical connection to the mass absurd data, which will propel our comprehension forward. Ah, yes, we have indeed. A low guttural sound rises from the depths of Pascal's vox synth, as though the planet's tectonic plates are shifting and crushing each other. The mighty rumble brings forth worlds imbued with power. We follow a path charted by a great mind, but that path leads to dark places. The cycle has the advantage of predictability. Abandoning it will plunge the collective into a perilous space of uncertainty, which will inevitably lead to disasters and risk the universe annihilation. The doctrine of continuing the cycle may herald good things come, or it may be a death sentence. Only Omniscient knows all and comprehends all. Others are mere prophets who interpret his wisdom as far as their own comprehension permits. Is that not the promise of every heresy? Let's renounce our path, distort our doctrine, and head out towards what looks like a better future, but actually only has danger and grief for us. As far as the status quo is, it has helped survive for the past 10,000 millennia, therefore it's effective. It is better to meet the challenge of change and perish in failure than to rot alive. Disaster is just another word for new opportunity. Not missing it is what it's all about. Hang on that one. This statement is true. The annihilation promised by the stagnation is inevitable. Annihilation is in the course of the crisis of change is merely probable. And meekly waiting for the foretold decline is shameful and constitutes a betrayal of the quest for knowledge. Yay! I am glad to see you. Pascal, can I talk to you now when you're...
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Strange messages have been appearing and the ship's log. What do you know about this error?
This statement is true. Algorithmic violations have been recorded, as a result of which I twice performed an offering to the cogitators of corrective data vows and ruled out the possibility of sabotage. I hypothesize that the violation is a consequence of the discontent of the ship's machine spirits. I recommend a procedure of placation of the honored spirits for the glory of the Omniscient and the steel angels sent by him.
I doubt you have any expertise in this, but what gifts do you think I could give Jay?
Given the high status of the unit von Valancius and his services rendered to the Adeptus Mechanicus, perhaps a request for special leniency for the unit Jai Hidari. The sentence of oblivion without sabotorization that is stipulated for her crimes may instead be commuted to immediate redemptive servitude in perpetuus. Then, hypothetically, in time she would be able to compensate for a small portion of the sacrileges she has committed against the Omniscient. It would be a most generous gift. However, this act of mercy is not advisable, for it is undeserved.
Thank you.
May your labors be effective.
So your gift recommendation is don't shoot her. Okay. I know it's supposed to be ending this thing like a bath on the scene, but everyone's got some interesting things to say about Jade. So.
Well, it would have to be something that screams, "Look how much the rogue trader loves me," in the faces of everyone she meets. Like a fabulous gown beyond anything that even the noble women of Dargonus can acquire. A princess of smugglers would love the opportunity to rub the nobility's noses in her newfound privileges. Of course. Always at your service.
Okay. This may be silly to ask you, Caballero, but what would you give her?
Domin.
Oh, that's right. Ready for the binding rituals. Oh.
Then follow me, Domin.
We're off somewhere. I wonder if I should actually bring it to the bathroom next. I mean, I've got better persuasion now. All traumas are removed because we have fantastic Medicaid services. Being the rogue trader, we have the best the ship has to offer. Blood for the blood god.
Are you ready to step into the labyrinth, Domin?
What exactly are we going to do?
This is the ritual of binding. By the Undying One's will, our fates are now as one. But I must still guide you into the maze of my mind. Although it is my predestination alone to walk its corridors in search of answers, your image must become part of the tangle. For I am your shadow, Domin, and your presence will aid me in sensing whatever threats may be looming over you.
What is all on? What is all this on the floor?
Instructions, directions, a depiction of the puzzle that can only be solved within one's own consciousness by following its bends and turnings. I do not require these lines to find my way, but for you, they will serve as a guiding thread.
Okay, this will be useful.
Your weapon for the ritual. Watch the lines on the floor. You can only pass through the gaps. The rest, you need not know. Enter the labyrinth, Domin.
You have two swords. I have one.
You are now upon the path. Your shadow now walks the labyrinth, and my gaze can now see when danger draws near you. We are not doing this for your amusement, Domin, nor is it an expression. That which you do not comprehend still has meaning.
I only seek to understand why this matters to you, to understand you.
Understand me? Why, Domin? My fate is preordained, and our places assigned. We both must serve the Undying One, as his design foretells. But if such is indeed your wish, my path of service to the Undying Emperor is one of many twists and pitfalls. Every mind is fraught with weakness, and only by honing it tirelessly can one achieve focus and prime one's perception. I envision the tenets of the web as a maze of tangles and dead ends, Each time I go into a trance, be it one of the soul or
I didn't
of
stay outside
battle,
the lines. I definitely crossed the
I
lines
walked
sometimes.
this path from beginning to end.
I cheated.
And now that you're a part of it, you will be there with me when next I enter the labyrinth. You may deem it strange. You live in a world so far removed from my own that such rituals must seem absurd to you. I'm sure I would find your rituals equally mystifying.
My rituals? What do you mean?
You are empowered by the will of the Undying One himself. And yet, when I look at your life, I am surprised. You follow a different thread. One that does not seem as strict to your thoughts and deeds. There is so much luster.
Well, if I show you one of mine.
To partake in one of your ceremonies? Returning the courtesy. That is how you say it up here, isn't it? I will await your invitation. The labyrinth has accepted you. We have danced amid the crossing lines and minds, and by the dance, we are now bound.
Okay, so I got to talk to the High Factor. It's various quest lines I've never thought would be a thing. I think there's romancing lines. Romancing things, but the thing is, you can... See, technically I could buy a ton of mercs and have them as my party instead of my group. But if you do that, then you'll get the narrative of the character narrative. I'd rather have the character narrative. Control bonding is complete. How many more things are available? Okay, I'm gonna go check this out. What on earth is... Okay. Introduce Kibale to some of the customs, especially the one that people make stature. Show what life is like on the upper deck, so to speak. Suitable approach. I'll contact you the moment something's offer. We'll click on the present for jade thingies. Because I don't know which one to give her, though. Well, it's the best option seems to be giving her a gun. Actually, no trick here. I'm gonna talk to her again and see if there's... Kabila, do you have like a...
Domin.
No, you don't have any...
Maybe a...
You don't have anything about that. So it seems that she is a DLC character, the main character, the ones who have offered insight into giving her a gift. I can do all sorts in this section. I've had a busy day. Whee! Here I go. I have like a lot of stuff just gathered around for this, don't I? She's not on the list. Wait, why do I have to listen to a lecture? Oh no, I still do not feel so well. Enlighten me. As I was saying, we shall begin with the origins of noble lineage. Logic says fail. I don't know how many times I think you can do that. You can bay with each person, but I didn't see her name. Cassie's name was not on the list. Oh. That's an interesting thing. So you only call them in once. Or maybe it's once per chapter. Otherwise, if you bundle up and choose the wrong person first, that you don't have the ability to coerce, or get to join you, then you... But yes, I think I have taken the first step requirements in getting romance options for at least two of the characters. Potentially 3. But that is for next time. So until then, folks, I'll catch you all later. See ya.